So thank you all for coming to listen to my presentation. My name is Masa, Head of Developer Relations in Tapjoy, Japan. Today, as introduced, I'll be talking about what mobile developers are actually doing to keep users' attention after launching the app, and how Tapjoy may be able to help you to do that. Okay. So I don't think I need to mention this to everybody in this room, but as you know, app game market, it's getting competitive every year. And I think recently Google and Apple, they both announced that they have like 2 million apps already distributed on the Google Play and App Store. So that's a lot, right? And in order to be and to keep competitive in this competitive market, there's a lot of things that app developers need to do before launching the app and also after launching the app. And so what are most developers doing? So this is like very high level of what developers are doing. So before launch, of course, you need to plan what game you want to make, and after that, you develop it, you test it, and you analyze it, and finally, when you become confident to launch your app, then you release that on the market. But launching the app, it's not the final goal of all the developers, right? So after launching the app, you still have to manage it. So what do? You need to acquire new users. You need to run events, run sales. You need to analyze what happened, and after analyzing, you need to optimize it, and you need to update the apps, right? So if you don't have the right tools to do this, it takes time and effort, and even you might make mistakes if you don't have the right knowledge of what's happening in your app. So this is where Tapjoy can help you do this. So this is a very high-level overview of our platform. So what we can do is we provide functions like predictive analysis and also marketing automation and ad monetization service, and also user segmentation. So with our user segmentation capability and also user acquisition. So these are everything that we can do. I think this is very complex. So I'll be trying to show you some examples of how our existing partners are using our platform to do that. But before going into details, let me just briefly explain about our company. Our company, we were founded in 2007, and we have offices worldwide. And right now, in Asia, we have offices in Japan, China, and Korea. And our headquarters in the US. And right now, we have about 520 million users, monthly users. And about 30% of those users are based in APAC. So we also have a lot of users using our system in APAC. Okay, so from here, let me just go through some examples how our partners are using our system. So first of all, let's say you launch a new app in the App Store or Google Play. And maybe, luckily, you get featured on the App Store and get many users to start downloading and try out your game. But after a while, you might notice you're not making that much money, right? And when that happens, you start to wonder what's happening. And it could be because users are not paying where you expected them to start paying, or users may be stopping to play your game at some point. And you need to know what exactly is not working right in order to make a right decision on what you do next. And first of all, this is where we can first come in to help you do this, understand this. So Tapjoy's predictive analytics, this provides deep insights on how users are playing your game, and also understand what's working and what's not. So for example, we provide a feature called cohort analysis, which allows you to compare user segments data side by side. So for example, let's say you have like levels in the game, and if you have like level 1 and level whatever, you can compare users that are in level 1 and users that are playing your game in level 10 and compare the data so that you know what's working and what's not. And also, we also provide a feature called Future Value Map. And in normal analytics services, you get to know what has happened in the past. But our Future Value Map shows you who will be paying for your app in the future. So we do some kind of prediction on who and how much users will be paying in your app. So that's our analytics service, and when you know who will be paying for your app in the future, you would want to show like different messages and approach differently for users who will be paying and who will not be paying for your app. And we provide two solutions for that. So we provide push notifications and also in-app messages. So that's like pop-up messages that pops up when user activates the app, or when users lose a battle in a game, right? And what we can do is by using the analytics results, you can send push messages to people, to targeted people. I'll show you some examples. So let's say when you're sending push notification, you wouldn't want to send same messages to all the users. So that's not very efficient, right? So what we can do is you can target users and send like different customized messages to each user. So what that means is, for example, like I showed you the future value map, you know who's going to be paying and who's not going to be paying. So you can send different messages to those people with other different messages and make it very effective. And this is just a case study of a partner that used our push notification, and they're called Idle Games. And what these guys did was they sent push messages to users who had been dormant for 1 day, 7 days, and 14 days, and they created different custom messages. And by doing that, they were able to get 265,000 users to come back to their game and start playing it again. And that also resulted in increase in retention as well. So so these kind of like customized approaches worked very well for this case. And next is something about in-app announcements and also ad monetization. So like in most apps, when you activate the app, or maybe when you lose a battle in the game, you often see like pop-up messages coming up on the screen, right? And when you do that, you wouldn't want to show same creative or same messages to different kind of users. And what we can do is using our system, you can actually customize and show different creatives and messages to segmented users. So this is example of some example of what you can do. So in most games, you would have like paying users and not non-paying users, right? And let's say when a user loses a battle, that's when users would want to buy or get gold or coin or whatever virtual currency you have in the app. And when you have our predictive analytics, you will know when a user loses a battle that if the user will be paying for your app or if user will not be paying for your app. So if the user is more likely to pay for your app, you can show like different messages. So guide these users to buy coins. But if users is not likely to pay for your app, you can show like advertisements and let the users earn free coins. So by doing this, you can show or optimize and maximize revenue by showing like IAP promotion and also advertisement. So this is something that you can do with our system. And this is another example of what one of our partners, it's called Neo Games. So by showing like different customized messages to these users, they were able to actually double the revenue that they were making from when they were not doing it. Okay, and I've introduced a little bit about ad monetization. And recently, what we did is we announced a partnership with major mediation partners. And what you can do now is you can not only show like Tapjoy ads to users, but you can also show other networks ads using our user segmentation. So that means like by using, for example, like Fiber, you can and also Tapjoy, you can actually show AdMob interstitial ads to segmented users like non-paying users or users playing at level 1 or whatever. So this is something that you can do with our platform as well. And I think this is my last slide, actually. It was a quick presentation. But I explained a little bit about our analytics service and also our marketing automation and ad monetization services. And actually, we provide all these solutions for free if you monetize with Tapjoy, which means if you show Tapjoy ads in your app and make ad revenue, you can use also our analytics services and also our marketing automation services, all for free. So that is, I guess, good for all the developers. And last, we have a lot of developers already using our system, major ones, indie ones, individual developers. And what I just explained today is it's not everything that our platform does. We have a booth out in the outside, so we can show you more demos, detailed demos, if you come and visit our booth. It'll be great to see you in our booth. Thank you.